Facebook Live shortly.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I had to restart my phone. Sorry about that. We're a little bit behind this morning, about 18 minutes behind. But we do have some Yacht Rock working. We're back in the truck today, as you can see. Brought to you by Bobcat of Indy. I forgot to tell you guys this, that Yacht Rock Radio is back on Sirius XM on Channel 70 with tunes like this Benny Mardones classic. Turn it up. I pick you up, I take you into the night. Good morning, guys. And William. My man Bill's there. Tony, Heath, Jennifer. Woo! Thank you, Heath. Yeah, I'm actually back in the driveway. Back in the driveway, man. I'll tell you what, there is nothing better than Yacht Rock in the summertime, man. Delvin, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. Nothing better than Yacht Rock, huh? Zero. In the summertime. Hot summer Yacht Rock. Awesome. Uh-oh. Anyway, what do you guys want to talk about today? Anything in particular? Hold on a second. I'll get to Boogie Cousins in just a second, man. Darnell, I got out of Disney and Holiday World. However, I might have to go to Cincinnati later on today. I'll tell you about that in just a second, my brother. Oh, turn it up one more time. Benny Mardones. Oh. Take you into the night. Woo! Yacht Rock, Sirius XM on Channel 70. Good morning, Corey. Good morning, Christopher. I don't know if Laney's going to be out here. Blake's been out here throwing those, they've been throwing those little, remember those things we had that you wrapped up in paper and you threw them, they had sawdust in them, right? And they threw them and they popped. Snap, something snaps. Been throwing those in the driveway. So, yeah, I mean, they're all over the place in the driveway right there. So that's fun. Yeah, I may go to Cincinnati later on today. I may go, the Reds and the White Sox play tonight. We may go over there. Corey wants me to go to Kings Island. It's probably just going to go probably to, what is it, Jungle Jim's over there, what it is? The big supermarket that has everything. And then there may be a Reds game, I think. Pop Drops. Kurt Casper, good morning to you. Pop Drops. I'm not sure. I may just stay here, though, because, frankly, I'm a little worn out. But I hate to say that, too. Hey, man, you go on vacation for over a week and you're worn out. Honestly, when I go on vacation, I am more tired after vacation than I would have been had I worked in general. I don't know if that, like, just kind of talks about my job in general or what, but I'm more tired coming off of vacation than I would be had I stayed here and worked. Seriously. Bill, good morning to you. I love Yacht Rock. Hey, Corey, we are going to go to the Great Wolf Lodge one of these days, man. Snap caps. We'll have to get some more, probably. 4th of July's tomorrow, man. That's incredible. Good morning, John Wayne Buzzard. Let's turn this up. I love these little transitions they have in Yacht Rock Radio. See if they do it here. Hold on. The Reds have been playing better. They came from behind and won again last night if you watched them against the White Sox. Hold on a second. Turn this up.
Your bathrobe, monogrammed. Your towels, also monogrammed. Your throw pillows, they're monogrammed too, aren't they? Sirius XM's Yacht Rock Radio.
This right here is the second hit. They're not a one-hit wonder. The second hit from Player. You know, Baby Come Back gets all the love. This is their second hit right here. Good morning, Becky. Anyway, I love Yacht Rock. I do like the kind of, they have the Thurston Howell III type of voice guy working. Oh, like, that's awesome, man. It is Channel 70, Yacht Rock Radio. All right, let's get into it really quick. Questions regarding the NBA. Most of you are hating it right now because of what took place last night. Bubba, good morning to you. It's DeMarcus Cousins going to Golden State. He signed a 1 year, like, McDermott makes more money than Boogie Cousins does. Seriously. Seriously. Good morning, David Bowling. More money than Boogie Cousins. Part of the thing is, if you read or at least get on social media and find out some things about it, apparently DeMarcus Cousins had not too many other opportunities, especially longer term, because of that injury and because of his past. His second choice was Boston, by the way. Good morning, Aaron Riley, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hey, just go after it. I mean, that's just what happens when you're good. And I know the NBA is transitioning now to just having these super teams. If it's Cousins, it makes sense, right? Let's do this financially just for a moment with Cousins, okay? So he didn't have that many offers out there. You take an offer where you believe you're going to win. Obviously, you're going to win, right, with Golden State. And then you work your way back in the eyes of many out there and make yourself more money. I mean, he's trying to make himself more money, or at least his legal team is making him more money in this 1 year. So that part I can understand. I'm not really that bent out of shape out of it. I'm just not. He's going someplace where he can try to, for 1 year, remarket himself in a better light and make more money. Brian, good morning. Jason, good morning to you. This is Drop Off Line Sports, brought to you by Bobcat of Indy. We're back in the driveway here, waiting on the garbage truck to come by. We're parked in the yard right there too, if you see right over there. It's from Steve. Should I make Jello shots for a party I'm going to tomorrow night, or take moonshine? Jello shot, I would take moonshine, man. Jello shots get a little bit, when it's really, really hot, get a little bit slimy and gross. You know what I mean? I would take the moonshine, my brother. I would. Jason, good morning to you. Brian, good morning. JMV, sorry I've missed you due to work. I'm glad you're back, B. Glad you are back. All right, so DeMarcus Cousins, the big news. There was some leaked news last night that maybe Tyreke Evans had signed with the Pacers, but we haven't heard that. Tyreke Evans scored in Memphis last year, 19.5 per game. 6'6", can score. That probably makes sense. A guy that I like, Julius Randle, moved on from the Lakers. They renounced his status yesterday, and then he was immediately picked up by the New Orleans Pelicans, so he is now off the market. Jason says moonshine, by the way, for sure, Steve. Infuse a little fruit. I would do that. Hey, Steve, honestly, Jason's right. Put a little fruit in the moonshine because it's hot. You know what I mean? It's hot and it's summertime. Put a little fruit in there. Yeah, make it great for everybody. But I would take the moonshine and not the Jello shots. Oh, I just love Yacht Rock. Anybody identify this song right here and what movie that it's from? 1, 2, 3, 4. Start it now. I like it. So, yeah, I'm not mad about that. We'll see what the Pacers do. The market is absolutely tiny now. I mean, it really is. Like, for example, Marcus Smart's got to go back to Boston now, right? Has to go back to Boston. We saw yesterday Rajon Rondo sign with the Lakers. So you got Rondo, you got LeBron, you got Lance, you got JaVale McGee, you got... not Lonzo Ball, he's fine, but you got Ball Dad there. Woo! Terrible. Bob Chambers, good morning to you. Bob writes, welcome back. Glad you're back from vacation with the family. We had a great time, we really did. I'm worn out, but we had a great time. Jennifer is right, it is Michael McDonald. I thought we were going to get a visit from kids, but I haven't seen the kids down here recently. It is not... Heath, it is not Yamo B there. It is Sweet Freedom. Sweet Freedom, really, to me, it's 86, and it's really not Yacht Rock, but it sounds very Yacht Rockish. It's 86, Sweet Freedom. It was in the film with Gregory Hines and Billy Crystal called Running Scared. Running Scared is what it was. Michael McDonald, Sweet Freedom, 86, from the Running Scared soundtrack. That was that Chicago Cops thing with Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines. The video was very well known, if you remember. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Billy Kirsch. It is a good song, though. I mean, really, anything with Michael McDonald's voice, it probably works for anybody. Bob Chambers says the NBA's in a bad place. They need a hard salary cap, no luxury tax, no exceptions. Yeah, I would more agree with that, Bob, than I would, like, give you a great example. On this show that's on in the mornings called Get Up, that's horrible, Mike Greenberg wants there to be a some sort of reward for the West being better than the East, being that you throw all 16 playoff teams into a big pile and then go ahead and seed them and make it easier to have the best play the best. You know what, Greenberg, screw that. All right, man, screw that. We don't need seeded NBA teams. You don't need that. I don't want that. I would rather have what what Bob's talking about. Yeah, as far as, you know, having some sort of hard salary cap. I mean, think about that. Think about it. You know, I know that everybody's happy about McDermott, and I'm fine with it as long as he knocks down shots. If he doesn't, it's horrible. But as far as, I mean, he got $22 million. The dude averaged 7 points a game. 7 points a game. He's been with, what, 4 different teams? I mean, that's just, I understand where the Pacers are going, too, because we thought similar things of Bojan last year. The only difference is last year, you're just trying to add pieces to a team. Remember when you really didn't care that they went out and got Bojan? They went out and got Darren Collison. They were just kind of afterthoughts. But this year, they're more under the microscope because of how well they played last year. So the Pacers are thinking that McDermott can be more like Bojan when it comes to having his game expand once he gets here in a place where he can play. They're thinking that. And then they're thinking that, much like Bojan, that he can be a little bit better defensively, right? A little bit better defensively than what he has been. And you can't... Oh, good Lord, thank you. I think this is a sign right here. No, there's no Amie involved. This is a sign. Good morning, Joel. Good morning, Ian. Hope everything's going okay with you, Ian. This is a sign that I need to go to Cincinnati, I guess, later on tonight. You want to know why? Why is this a sign that I need to go to Cincinnati, Ohio later on tonight? Anybody know?
I can see why you think you belong to me. I never tried to make you
where was I? Oh, yeah. See, Bojan all of a sudden turned into a decent defensive player last year, right? Remember, we thought he was junk early on. Remember, we thought he was the square peg in the round hole in December, and then he turned into something that was really necessary for this team, right? Really necessary. Oh, turn it up. Cincinnati.
Amie, what you want to do? I think I should stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do.
All right, here's the reason why. Pure Prairie League sings the song Amie. Look this up. Pure Prairie League is from Cincinnati, Ohio. Man, it all just kind of connects on this show every morning. Connecting right here. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, Madama. This is a great song, you're right. Madonna, Pure Prairie League. I think they're from Cincinnati, Ohio, unless my information's bad. And occasionally it is, but I think in this case it's pretty solid. One more time. Let's hear it. Oh, this is a good song. They spell Amie weird, though. I've never spelled Amie, A-M-I-E. Weird. Hey, so somebody sent me this morning. Now, this is away from sports. I want you guys to do this. Didn't necessarily, I put 13 up there. All right. Somebody sent me this tweet that said, and I've had this theory for a long time, because there are always movies you'll stop and watch, right? Oh, yeah, Scott Sargent says you need to be in Salisbury for the fireworks tonight. I do need to be in Salisbury for the fireworks tonight. Are they tonight? Why are they not tomorrow night? Why are they on the 3rd? Huh. I do need to be there tonight, Scott. You're right about that. I'm actually coming to Salisbury on Sunday or Saturday. Somebody's got a birthday party I'm attending down there. What? I guess we're just going to go ahead and turn it off and go to Orleans here, huh? Jennifer says, I think JMV is going to sit in the truck all day and listen to Yacht Rock channel. Oh. I like the song, but you just cut off Orleans, or you cut off Amie pretty quick there. What happened? Ooh. Orleans. Anyway, I got to go to somebody's birthday party, I think, down on Saturday. The great Buck don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not. There's a birthday party in Salisbury that I'm attending on Saturday night, I believe. All right, where was I here? All right, so somebody sent me a tweet. Somebody sent me a tweet with the movies that I absolutely will watch over and over again. So whenever they're on, you'll watch them no matter what else is on. Right? Right? Bubba, where you going to be? Tell me where we're going to be for the Salisbury fireworks. Anyway, I have a list. I made up a list. I forgot Caddyshack initially. I didn't mean to. Let me see if I can get off the top of my head. Roadhouse. All right. Roadhouse, Dazed and Confused, The Fugitive, Die Hard. Not necessarily in this order, by the way. Caddyshack, Apollo 13, Predator, Jaws, Shawshank Redemption. 2 John Hughes films. I love 16 Candles and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And I'm probably forgetting one right now. Almost Famous would be on that list. I'll watch that. I love The Big Lebowski. 2 new ones on my list. Whenever they're on, I always watch Catch Me If You Can. Always. So there are 2 new ones on the list. Catch Me If You Can. And I put Gran Torino, I think, on that list. See, I would... And here's the thing, Bill. You bring up a great point. Forrest Gump is on that list, too. God dang it. You bring up Porky's, right? I guess it's because Porky's is not on very often, right? Because of the movies that I would watch that simply aren't on very much, I would put Porky's on that list and Better Off Dead on that list. That makes sense to you? Breakfast Club will be on the list. It is, to me, the most unrealistic of the John Hughes films. Well, take that back. It is not, because Weird Science is by far the most unrealistic. I think 16 Candles, to me, is more realistic, or the most realistic John Hughes. It's more realistic than Ferris Bueller, more realistic than Breakfast Club, and certainly more realistic than Weird Science. Just a thought. So I would put Better Off Dead and Porky's on the list, which I would watch all the time, but because they're not on very much.
Glaring from the open moon window of a 78 Chevy van with an airbrushed wolf mural. Another long-lost soft rock classic.
What?
On Yacht Rock Radio.
Oh, yeah. You guys want me to sing all these, don't you? I do, too. Chris Tyler says, who is the worst villain, Brad Wesley or Milo from The Last Boy Scout? That's a good question. Worst villain of all time in film. Brad Wesley's on top of the list. I mean, that guy couldn't beat anybody. Some old man. I know he had his toughs, henchmen, beating people up for him. But at the end, when he, fought with Dalton, was pretty stupid. It was. But, I mean, that's part of the enjoyment of the film. It's all pretty stupid. The part I hate every time is when Dalton kills with the throat grab Jimmy after Jimmy was about to shoot him. And then the chick, what's her name? The chick gets mad and walks away. Like, what are you going to do? This guy just pulled a gun on me, tried to shoot me. What do you think I'm going to do? Be nice to him? So I didn't like that part of it. But I guess everything turned out well at the end because they were swimming in that pond naked, right? So whatever. Robbie Dupree in the background, you got it. This is a Yacht Rock classic. Maybe not a top 10, but close. Steal Away. Steal Away, yeah. All right. What we got here? Watch Girls Trip if you haven't on HBO. Clinton Ward, thank you. Corey Hall says, I can watch any of the Die Hards anytime, but the first one is still the best. You know what? I can watch the first one as much as possible. I don't really dig on any of the others, seriously. I mean, maybe a little bit Die Hard 2, but it was really, really bad, I thought. So, yeah, really, I'm only watching Die Hard 1. I'm not a big fan of any of the others, honestly. It kind of all stopped with Die Hard 1 with me. Darnell says, is this music on DirecTV? No, it's just on my Yacht Rock Radio is on Sirius 70. And my friend Adam Ritz has a show that's on. You can find on Dash. I think it's called Dash Radio on the weekends on the 80s and 70s channel. That's pretty good, too. Hot Rod Hearts by Robbie Dupree. Solid work. It is. All right, here's a couple of things. Here's a reason, this doesn't make a lot of sense, why Pulp Fiction's not on my list of always watching. Here's the reason why. It's too long. Now, you can also say, well, hold on a second. Shawshank's pretty damn long, too. Yeah, but Pulp Fiction just goes on forever. And I love it. I would rather put Reservoir Dogs on there than I would Pulp Fiction. I love Pulp Fiction, but Pulp Fiction's pretty damn long. It is. Like, I love The Shining, right? But The Shining is just way too damn long, is it not? Yeah, I mean, I love it, but you could have probably cut it like 50 minutes of it out. Christopher says Journey and Def Leppard sold out show later on tonight. You know how fun that's going to be, guys? That is going to be super duper fun later on tonight. Oh, man. I don't know if I would call this Yacht Rock, but because the title is Sail, as in sail on, and the Commodores, I guess it makes the list. Turn it up, John.
Sail on down the line.
I'm going to sit in my truck all day. Darnell says, will there be a July 4th show? Oh, yeah. We'll be here July 4th. We're going to try to be, I think we've been here basically every weekday, right? Maybe with the exception of Christmas. Every weekday we're going to be here. I mean, I'll just come out here and talk to you guys in my truck. We might do some stuff in the back deck. I don't know. Anyway. All right. Yacht Rock Radio. Sirius XM 70 if you need it. You guys have been awesome. I am out today. Tony's got another day in with you. And then obviously we're off on Wednesday. I'm going to be back on Thursday. I cannot wait to get back, man. I missed you guys. Thanks for hanging with me right here, too. And thank you, Bobcat of Indy. We'd like to thank Laney and Blake for not coming out here this morning, I guess, right? See, this is really not about sailing or anything, but I like it. So go ahead, if you want to, our list today, give me five films that you always watch when they're on. 5 films, good morning, Jay, that you always watch when they're on. Regardless, you always watch them when they're on. 5 films is our ranker today. You guys have a great day. We'll catch you tomorrow morning. Drop Off Line Sports brought to you by Bobcat of Indy. Oh, this is so good. Today at 3 with Tony. Listen.